Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to see the questions based on vector geometry. Let's get started. Vector OA is vector A, vector OB is vector B. B is the midpoint of OD. B is the midpoint of OD and AC. AC is equal to 2 by 3 of OA. AX vector is equal to lambda times of AD vector. And Bx is equal to mu times of BC vector. Find out Ox in terms of lambda A and B. Find Ox in terms of mu A and B. Find the value of lambda and the value of mu. As it's given to us that B is the midpoint of the vector OD, so I can write down the vector OD as 2 times of vector OB, that is double of the vector OB. So OB vector is vector B. Now it is given to us that AX vector is equal to lambda times of AD vector. From this condition, I will find out the first answer for the vector OX. So if I want to write down AX in terms of the position vector form, I will write down OX minus of OA is equal to lambda times of OD minus of OA vector. Now move this OA on right hand side. It will be OX vector is equal to OA plus lambda times of OD minus of OA vector. Now open the bracket. This will be written as OA plus lambda OD minus of lambda OA vector. Now I will combine OA vector. So OA vector bracket 1 minus lambda plus lambda of OD vector. Now vector OA is the vector A, 1 minus lambda plus lambda OD is the vector 2B vector. I'll rearrange that. 1 minus lambda vector A plus 2 lambda vector B. This is the first answer for OX vector. Now we have given that AC is equal to 2 by 3 of OA and BX vector is equal to mu times of BC vector. Now I will use this condition to find out the second answer for the vector OX. So BX vector can be written in form of a position vector form. That will be OX minus of OB is equal to mu times of OC minus of OB vector. Now move this OB on right hand side. OX vector is equal to OB plus mu times of OC vector minus of OB vector. Open the bracket. It will be OB plus mu times of OC minus mu times of OB vector. Now OB I will combine it. It will be OB vector bracket 1 minus mu plus mu times of OC vector. But here I don't know the value for the OC vector. But I have given this condition AC is equal to 2 by 3 of OA. I'll use this condition to find out the vector OC. So AC vector in terms of a position vector form, this can be written as OC minus of OA is equal to 2 by 3 of OA vector. Now move this OA on right hand side. It will be OC is equal to 2 by 3 of OA plus OA vector. So if I combine OA vector, this will be 5 by 3 of OA vector. OA vector is vector A. So this will be 5 by 3 of vector A. Now I'm substituting this OC vector value in this equation OX. So my OX will be OB vector is the vector B, 1 minus mu plus mu times of OC vector. OC vector is 5 by 3 of vector A. Now I'll just rearrange that. 5 by 3 mu vector A plus 1 minus mu vector B. So this is the second answer for the vector OX. Now we have to figure it out the value for lambda and mu. As you know that we have both the values for OX. So the first vector OX will be A vector bracket 1 minus lambda plus 2 lambda B. Now second vector OX is 5 by 3 mu A plus 1 minus mu B. So these are both the values for OX. Now I will equate both the values. So 1 minus lambda vector A plus 2 lambda b is equal to 5 by 3 of mu vector A plus 1 minus mu vector B. Now, what I have to do, I am comparing left hand side and right hand side with the vectors A and B. Now, let's do it. So, we have 1 minus lambda is equal to 5 by 3 of mu. This is my first equation. Now, second equation, if I compare with B vector, 2 lambda is equal to 1 minus mu. This is my second equation. So, from the first equation, if I do the cross multiplication on left hand side, it will be 3 times of 1 minus lambda is equal to 5 mu. So, if I open the bracket here, it will be 3 minus of 3 lambda is equal to 5 mu. So, this will be my third equation. Now, from the second equation, mu is equal to 1 minus of 2 lambda. I am switching the positions of mu and 2 lambda. Now, this is my fourth equation. Now, what I am doing, I am substituting the value of mu in equation number 3. So, this can be written as 3 minus of 3 lambda is equal to 5 times mu. Mu is 1 minus 2 lambda. Now, if I open the bracket here, it will be 3 minus 3 lambda is equal to 5 minus of 10 lambda. Now, move this 10 lambda on left hand side. This can be written as 3 minus of 3 lambda plus 10 lambda is equal to 5. Now, move this 3 on right hand side. This will be minus 3 lambda plus 10 lambda is equal to 5 minus 3. So, if I solve it here, it will be 7 lambda is equal to 2. So, my lambda value will be equal to 2 over 7. Now, what I am going to do, I am substituting this value of lambda to equation number 4. Substituting this value in equation number 4. So, if I substitute this value, I will get mu is equal to 1 minus 2 lambda is 2 over 7. So, if I solve it here, it will be 1 minus 4 over 7. So, if I take the LCM, it will be 7 minus 4 over 7, which is equals to 3 over 7. So, my mu value is equal to 3 over 7. That will be your answer for lambda and mu. Let's see one more example. Vector AB is equal to 5 times of vector A vector, DC vector. DC vector is 3 times of vector A. CB vector is vector B. AX vector is lambda times of AC vector. DX vector is mu times of DB vector. Find in terms of A and B the vector AD, the vector DB. Find in terms of lambda mu A and or B, AX vector and DX vector. Find the value of lambda and the value of mu. Now, in this question, first we have to find out the vector AD vector. So, if you can see from here, the vector AD vector, if I apply the triangle law in A, B and D vector, this can be written as AD vector is equal to AB plus BD vector. So, if I substitute the value here, it will be AB. AB is 5 times of vector A plus BD vector, which I don't know up till now. So, I need to find out the vector BD. So, if I apply the triangle law in the triangle BDC, BD vector can be written as BC plus CD vector. So, BD vector is equal to BC plus CD vector. As you know that we are going opposite to the direction of the vector CB. So, BC vector will be written as minus B. From the vector CD, you are going opposite to this vector. So, this vector will be written as minus 3A. So, if I substitute the value here, BC vector will be minus B vector and CD vector is minus 3A vector. Now, I will substitute this value here in AD. So, my AD vector will be AB vector. AB vector is 5A plus BD. BD is minus B minus 3A. So if I solve it, it will be 5a minus b minus 3a. So if I solve a and a, this will be equal to 2a minus b vector. This is my first answer. Now I have to find out the vector db vector. As you can see that bd vector is opposite to the vector db. So the db vector will be written as minus bd. Let's put the values here. It will be minus of bd. bd is minus b minus 3a. If I open the bracket here, that will be written as b plus 3a. That will be my answer for db vector. Now we have to do the second part. So this is our diagram again. It is given to us that the vector ax is equal to lambda times of ac vector. So I will look for the triangle ABC because ax vector is given to us as lambda ac vector. So if I apply the triangle law here on the vector ac, can be written as ab plus bc. Let's substitute the value here. So the vector ax will be written as lambda times of ac vector. AC vector is ab plus bc vector. So that will be lambda times of ab vector is 5a plus bc vector. BC vector, you are going opposite to that vector, that will be negative b. So if I open it again, it will be lambda times of 5a minus of b. Now it's given to us that dx vector is equal to mu times of db vector. Now db vector, we just figured it out earlier, it is 3a plus b. I'll substitute the value here. That will be mu times of 3a plus b vector. In this case, we don't have any value so that we can equate it out. We have dx in terms of mu. So what we are going to do here, we are going to write dx again in terms of lambda. So if I write down in the triangle DA, so I will follow the triangle DAX. So let's substitute the value here. So DA plus AX value. So DA, as you know that DA I am going opposite to that vector. So it will be written as minus AD vector. AD vector we already figured it out earlier. So that will be 2A minus B. If I open the bracket here, it will be plus B minus 2A. That value I will substitute it here. So dA vector is equal to B minus of 2A plus AX vector. AX vector we figured it out earlier, that lambda times of 5A minus B. I'll substitute the value here. So that will be lambda times of 5A minus B vector. Now what we have to do, we have to collect the vector A and vector A. So what I will do, I will open the bracket here. So this will be vector B minus 2a plus 5 lambda vector A minus of lambda B. Now collect the terms with B. So it will be B 1 minus lambda. Now collect the vector A. So it will be written as plus A bracket 5 lambda minus 2. That will be my value for dx. Now we have both the values for dx. dx is equal to 5 lambda minus 2 vector A plus 1 minus lambda b, this value. And dx is equal to mu times of 3a plus b, which will be, if I open the bracket here, it will be this one. Now I am equating both the sides with vector a and vector b. As you can see that I have equated both the values. Now I will compare the values for vector a and vector b separately. Now if I compare the vector a, then 5 lambda minus 2 is equal to 3 mu. This is my first equation. Now 1 minus lambda is equal to mu. This is my second equation. Now what I am going to do here, I am substituting the value of mu from equation number 2 to equation number 1. So 5 lambda minus 2 is equal to 3 times of mu. Mu is 1 minus lambda. Now open the bracket here. 3 minus of 3 lambda. Now move this 3 lambda on other side and minus 2 on right hand side. So this can be written as 5 lambda plus 3 lambda is equal to 3 plus 2. So if I add it, it will be 8 lambda is equal to 5. So lambda is equal to 5 over 8. This is my value of lambda. Now I'm substituting this value of lambda in equation number 2. So we have 1 minus lambda. Lambda is 5 over 8 is equal to mu. So if I equate it, it will be 8 over 8 minus 5 over 8 is equal to mu. So let's take the LCM here. It will be 8 minus 5 is equal to mu. So our mu value will be 3 over 8. That will be your answers for lambda and mu. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed my video. Don't forget to like, subscribe and leave a comment down below. Bye bye everyone.